Hello and welcome to CVR News Network. You're watching World 360 and I'm Sandeep. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei met with Iran's ambassador to Lebanon, Mojtaba Amani, on Sunday, November 17th. The two were seen having a conversation while surrounded by other government officials. In September, Amani was wounded when pages used by Hezbollah detonated across Lebanon. Last week, the Iranian government started that they would support any decision taken by the Lebanese government and Lebanon's resistance in current talks on a ceasefire in Israel-Hezbollah conflict. In a response to a response move, Hezbollah launched a barrage of missiles on Tel Aviv on November 18th. Visuals showed rockets flying into cloudy night sky over Tel Aviv while sirens blared and explosions echoed across central Israel. The strikes injured 4 civilians in the city of Ramat Gan who were rushed into a nearby hospital. Israel's army said that the damage and the injuries were caused by most likely shrapnel from an interceptor launched against the missiles. Earlier, on November 18, a woman was killed. Several others were wounded when a rocket struck a building in northern Israeli town. The ramping up of missiles came after Israel killed Hezbollah media chief Mohammad Afif on November 17 in Beirut. However, the killing of the media chief, striking of Beirut, was in response to Lebanon's November 11th attack at Haifa. The November 11th attack, with nearly 200 missiles, was now in response to Israel killing top Hezbollah commanders. Notably, Israeli army have killed nearly all the top commanders of Triple H, including Nasrallah and Saifuddin of Hezbollah. Currently, Naim Qasim, who is leading an almost dismantled Hezbollah, is probably the next target of the IDF.
ירוצו והעיתונאים על הפרק. שופט, סבבה, אני דואג. לא, היא נמצאת פה. מעביר?
חבר'ה, יש לנו את ראש העיר.
The deadly war in Middle East has been turned one-sided by Israel, but IDF has been struggling for a year to free the hostages. As many as 101 hostages are still in Hamas captivity since the outbreak of October 7, 2023. Israeli Prime Minister on November 18 called a meeting at Parliament in Jerusalem to discuss the 101 hostage. However, Prime Minister Netanyahu's motive did not succeed as planned, as he was heckled again during his speech. An opposition lawmaker in hostage's skin disrupted his speech as he started shouting at the premier in the parliament. Notably, Bibi was also heckled by some of the hostages' family during the October 7th memorial ceremony speech in Jerusalem. As he began his statement, a few outraged members of the bereaved families yelled, "The father was murdered and the boy was abandoned." The hecklers were subsequently led outside by security, and Prime Minister Netanyahu completed his address. It is noteworthy that the Israeli Defense Forces have been at the war since October 7, 2023 to free its hostages held by Hamas.
לצאת מיד. לצאת מי... אתם לא מנהלים את המליאה, תודה רבה. המאמצים להשבת תרצו את ראש האופוזיציה. בחרת לוחמים, אתה פטור ל-70,000. כדי להשיב את החטופים כולם, בלי יוצא מן הכלל. אתה מקדם חודש זכר כבכם. תכבדו אותנו, אתם חצופים. ולא מוצא טעם טוב להילחם בכך. בבקשה, אדוני ראש הממשלה. אדוני היושב-ראש. לצאת מי... אתם לא מנהלים את המליאה, תודה רבה. לצאת מיד. אתה מקדם חודש חברת הכנסת, קריאה ראשונה. חברת הכנסת פרידמן, קריאה שנייה.
זכר
אתם חצופים!
Amid Israel's unstoppable war in the Middle East, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu made a big relation on IDF October 26th attack in Lebanon. Netanyahu on November 18 said that IDF's attack on Iran last month degraded its defense and missile production capabilities. Bibi also said that the strikes by the Israeli military hit an element of Iran's nuclear program. However, Prime Minister Netanyahu also stated that Iran's path to a nuclear weapon had not been blocked yet. He made the statement at Israel's parliament during a meeting that was called upon to discuss 101 hostages still held by Hamas. Notably, IDF's strike on Iran on October 26 was in response to Iran's October 1st attack when Tehran fired nearly 200 missiles at Jerusalem.
אדוני היושב ראש, ואנחנו עדיין ניבחן ביכולת שלנו לסכל את הגרעין. זה לא סוד, זה פורסם. יש מרכיב מסוים בתוכנית הגרעין שלהם שנפגע בתקיפה הזאת.
Members of the G20 posed on November 18th for the official photograph of the Global Alliance to Combat Poverty and Hunger in Rio de Janeiro's iconic Sugarloaf Mountain in the background. But US President, Canadian Prime Minister and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who were in trilateral meeting, arrived late, missing the portrait. The trio arrived just as leaders got off the stage for the photograph.
Aos dois, os três, né? Aos dois, os três, né? Aos dois.
The G20 summit commenced in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, with world leaders arrived for a packed agenda. Brazilian president warmly welcomed each leader as light-hearted exchanges and candid moments set the tone for the crucial discussions ahead. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., President-elect Donald Trump's pick for Health Secretary, has sparked a social media frenzy. He was photographed with the President-elect, Tesla CEO Elon Musk and others enjoying a McDonald's meal along with Coca-Cola. The photo shared by Trump's son, Donald Jr., shows Kennedy looking uncomfortable as he holds a Big Mac. This comes despite Kennedy's outspoken criticism of fast food and its role in America's obesity crisis. But the image, which has gone viral, has over 12 million views, has garnered worldwide attention. It contrasts Kennedy's past statement about food with the current role in Trump's administration.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again.
Survivors of clergy sexual abuse urged the Vatican on Monday to expand its zero-tolerance policy that it approved for the U.S. Catholic Church in 2002 to the rest of the world, arguing that children everywhere should be protected from predated priests. The U.S. norms adopted at a height of abuse scandal there say a priest will be permanently removed from the church ministry based on even a single act of sexual abuse that is either admitted to established under church law.
We are in a pivotal moment where we can change the trajectory of the lives of children in the church and throughout society. The church can take a leadership role. Because of the lack of care and trauma I experienced in childhood, because of the clergy sex abuse I experienced, I was never able to have children. So I carry with me a photo of my 1-year-old self as a constant reminder of why this work is important. No child should ever experience sexual violence, especially in the church. It is in our hands to make sure no one does.
Clergy sexual abuse is not a relic of the past, it is an ongoing, ever-present danger. While countries around the world have begun to act, investigating, issuing reports, and despite countless exposés in the media and ongoing legal battles led by brave survivors, the church continues to lag, learning nothing from the mistakes of the past. New reports of abuse by clergy continue to emerge, but for every case that is brought to light, countless others remain in the shadows.
Since 2018, when ending clergy abuse was founded,
we are in a pivotal moment where we can change the trajectory of the lives of children in the church and throughout society. The church can take a leadership role. Because of the lack of care and trauma I experienced in childhood, because of the
Police in Georgia's capital early on Tuesday moved in to break up a tent camp that demonstrators set up on a central thoroughfare to protest the results of last month's parliamentary election and demand a new vote. The October 26th election kept the governing Georgian Dream Party in power, but the opponents say that the vote was rigged. Many Georgians viewed the election as a referendum on the country's effort to join the European Union. Several league protests have been held since then. And that's all for the World 360. Stay tuned to CVR News English.